everyone. Sorry for the 20-minute delay.
Sup.
Hello.
Hello.
Everyone who's here,
Hi.
thank you so much for coming from the UK, from the India, from the United States, from America, but UAE, in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Thank you so much for coming in. Let's get straight to the point. I will start my question with Mr. Priyank because he called me Raji Muslim from Dubai, and I'm not, but I'm like appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. What is the best movie or web show you've seen in 2020? You can go back also, like because of 2020,
Uh-huh.
your work also. So what's the best movie you've seen?
Okay. 2020, there wasn't really much, but if you talk about a movie, I think the stealer was Khuda Hafiz for me. I think
Okay.
that was an insane movie. Like it was short and crisp. It was to the point. The acting in that movie for like every actor was like amazing. I think Anu Kapoor, uh, who's that villain? But I forgot his name. But yeah, he was like everybody was top notch in that film. I think so. Story wise, direction wise, and Vidyut Jamal being a person who's into martial arts and not having martial arts with him in that film, I think he aced that. So that by far was the best film for me in 2020, Khuda Hafiz. And web series, I think there are many, to be honest. Wait, another movie I think I loved was Shakuntala Devi. That was insane. I think Vidya Balan, I don't know how she managed to get all those numbers. Like she didn't. I think she should also release a video or release another kind of teaser or something of how she went into that zone or how she prepared for that thing because it's not an easy role to be so confident with numbers in front of the screen. So that was amazing. I think also. Yeah, and we're coming to web series. Uh, the I think the by far my favorite one was this one. कौन सा था अपना टेन scam 92.
Damn.
That was the end of year stealer. I think like it just broke everything. मतलब I knew Pratik Gandhi. Like I've followed him in many Gujarati movies also. क्योंकि अपन भी गुजराती है why. So I've seen a lot of his films. He's there was a journey of him. So I've kind of seen him evolve from Gujarati cinema when he started off and to what he is right now. So I think I don't know, he's just gone to another level of acting. So that was insane. And every actor actually in that movie, even what is his name? There's that Motu guy who was in that film. He was a little bit bald. He was always with Pratik Gandhi in that to lift him up and boost him, things like that. His acting was amazing, I think. So Scan 92 and even Arya, Sushmita Sen, that was amazing, I think. So these two movies and web series, I think, were the stealer of 2020 for me.
Okay, thank you for the elaborate answer. I really appreciate you seeing a lot of movies for this particular show. Nisha, what's your pick for this for the past year?
Okay, so I've watched over 250 films and 36 shows. Uh, none of them I'm gonna
How much time do you have?
Wait, Nisha, what happened? Yeah.
wait.
Nisha having some issues
Can you
here.
hear me?
Now you can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'm not going to mention all of them, obviously. I'm going to mention a few which were from 2020.
Nisha's screen froze hearing that number. Can you guys believe this?
I know, right?
Yeah.
YouTube is
YouTube
stuck.
live भी अटक गया 250 shows बंद करो इसको.
I think now she can hear us. Yeah, she's here again.
Yes. So Patalok was definitely one of my favorites. Bandish Bandits for its music. It was really like the fusion of classical music. I mean, bringing back classical music in our lives was really important because we've almost forgotten how it sounds like. So, bringing that in its original form and then bringing a fusion of Western and classical. And of course, Nasiruddin Shah, sir, and Sheba ma'am, and all these great actors were involved. So, yeah, that was one of my favorites. Scam 1992 has been mentioned and is going to be mentioned by all of us because it was one of the greatest shows from India in 2020 and otherwise. Schitt's Creek is something that I discovered in 2020. I don't know if you've watched Schitt's Creek.
Now heard of
It's
it.
a
Yeah,
comedy
I've heard
show.
about it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so do watch that as well. Queen's Gambit was a really good show. Worthwhile. I haven't watched anything like it. And it's only one season, so you can watch that. Panchayat is another one, a very simple one, so you can watch that as well. Movies, I have Chintu Ka Birthday. If you've not watched it yet,
Oh,
please do.
Oh, that was nice.
Such a
Yeah.
cute movie.
It's a good movie.
Man,
Cute.
great work there. Loot Case is another good movie. Ye Ballet, if
Mm.
you've heard of it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Brilliant
Wait,
performances.
Nisha, can I have a list like after the podcast? Give me
Yes,
your list,
I
please.
have I have my Excel sheet in which I note down everything according to their year,
Oh yes,
genre, everything.
that
Yeah,
will
so
be
it's
amazing. That'll be amazing. Yes.
yes. And Trance is another Malayalam film. I watched in the theater. If you have your sound system, if you have a big screen, please watch it on it. Don't watch it on your phone or your laptop. It's not going to be worth it. It's an experience of a film. Eve Ale Oo, if you've heard of that film. It was on Mami, Mumbai Film Festival. E Balu was also a really great movie. So this is my list. I've skipped a few,
पर इनमें
but
से
yeah,
बेस्ट
that's my.
कौन सा है?
Exactly.
It's all my
Yeah,
favorite.
pick
Okay,
one.
so best in web series is definitely Scam 1992, and best in movies. This is a tough one.
all the best to anybody who's
Okay,
following
yeah,
you.
this is a tough one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no. Movies, I don't really know which one to pick. I love Chintu Ka Birthday. I'm just gonna pick that. Chintu Ka Birthday
Yeah, it was a good movie.
has my heart.
Yeah.
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 There was this other similar movie, Nawazuddin Siddiqui, and he had a son who was damn smart. I forgot that name.
Serious men.
Serious,
Serious men.
Yes,
serious men.
Serious Man.
Yeah,
Serious
yeah,
Man,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Serious men.
Serious Man.
Yeah.
that kid aced it, I think, acting wise. Very young, and he got that role, I
I think
think, very,
Yeah,
very
direction
sure.
was
nicely.
epic. The screenplay was epic because everything was shot in just one house. That was
I
So,
think
okay, guys.
Chintu Ka Birthday.
the good part with Netflix and all these OTT platforms is that real talent is coming out now. It's not no more being obsessed with good looks and six packs and stuff like that. Like real good
you can
talent
see that in White
is
Tiger
coming
as
out
well.
now.
Real
Yeah,
people doing their deal. So that's what you need to see. And when you're acting, you're
absolutely.
not really acting. It's real. Some of the
Yeah.
actors are actually not actors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're just
Very
regular
much so. Yeah.
people. So yeah, perfect
I've read
casting
about
as well.
a few. I don't know if it's there in Bollywood or not, but in few Hollywood Netflix originals, they actually cast real people in some small roles so that the authenticity comes out. For example, in Game of Thrones, I know that's not OTT, but some of the painters, of the country and all that, they were cast in within the show as well. So things like that have happened.
So yeah, thank you, Nisha, for that very, very elaborate answer. I'm very happy that I met someone who really takes movies and web shows seriously like I do. Because I've just saw like 4 5 movies yet in 2 days. So I'm just seeing movies again and
Oh.
again. So Vaishali, your first time on the podcast. Thank you for coming, and please let me know which is the
Thank you
favorite
for
movie and
calling
web
me.
show you've seen. I call you with your phone, also you don't pick up.
किधर
You're
बात
showing
करनी
them
पड़ती है?
I'm so sad I'm following Nisha. I don't have a list. I don't have.
You
I don't
don't
know
have to
even what.
have. It's just me. I'm a little geeky. Sorry.
Be
No,
modest. Being
but
modest.
yeah, yeah. No, but I think I haven't watched so many movies and TV series, but and I have not watched all 2020 TV series and movies. I could be wrong in choosing what my favorite is. But I think in web series, I was shocked with Abhishek Bachchan in Breed 2. Like, extremely. I saw his acting for the first time, if I'm allowed to say that. Um,
Yeah,
I
breathe,
have
breathe through was
never
very good.
after Madhavan's Breathe 1, I never thought anybody could catch up to the series. And there's always been a thing with the second part being even more worse than the first. But
Yeah.
and Sacred Games, Mirzapur, all of them have proved it, to be honest. But Bree 2 was something which was out of the box. Him playing, spoiler alert, him playing double characters, and he just proved himself as an actor, and it showed that how important it is for an actor to take a breather, learn, and then resume whatever they're doing. So I
So
loved
I think now
Bree
we know
2.
the answer to her. Who's your favorite actor this year?
Oh yeah, he nailed it. Because Ranveer Singh didn't do this year anything. So yeah.
Uh,
And I think best movie, I wouldn't name a movie just because of its fame or its name. There are many people who didn't like Ludo, but I love Ludo
I
because
did
of its
not
I
like
liked
script.
it.
it.
I
I
Ludo is
liked
did
good.
it.
not like it.
I loved because not just because of acting, and I love that every character in the film was a character, like every single one. Everybody was defined. I've never seen Rajkumar Rao do that acting. I've never seen Aditya Roy Kapoor
Must have.
do anything else other than being drunk. So I just saw something so different, something that I haven't seen in movies at all. Like a beautiful script. मतलब एक concept था, एक script था, एक writing थी. Everything was to the point. The only problem that people faced that I loved was it was too fast. Like everything was happening simultaneously. And again, I haven't watched many films. That is in 2020. I think I caught up on all the years that I've left out. So I think in 2020, that I can remember is Ludo. That really stood out to me as a script wise because then I watched Coolie Number One, so it all matches. So yeah,
Let's ban Coolie number one from this podcast.
Priyanka
Actually,
I
Dai.
need silence for that.
yeah.
So that's Ludo ka end also in the end, how he paused everyone like Yamaraj comes, actually was Yamaraj and all that. He pauses
Yeah,
everyone and then
yeah.
he tries to explain that that was a good message to take away for I think everybody out there like पाप और पुण्य में तुम लोग अगर confused जाओगे तुम लोग को पता ही नहीं चलेगा क्या सही है क्या गलत तो तुम अपने कर्म किए जाओ. That was a good message also which I felt in
I
Ludo.
know. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. Because I love the script and I haven't seen a good script in a long, long time
yeah.
on a film in a film. And I loved Master. We went and watched it in theater. It was a full-on dramedy. So I didn't miss Ranveer Singh this year. So yeah, I think these were my top favorites.
Thank you for again including Ranveer Singh when he didn't even do a movie this year.
He's
Um,
always being included everywhere with me.
Yeah,
okay.
Ranveer Singh is the OG, okay? Ranveer Singh is Ranveer Singh.
Yes,
You
yes.
cannot leave him out.
He is the best. He's the best. I
Only
love
if you
him.
watch his YouTube
Exactly.
video.
Okay, too much. Okay, too much right now. Please. Ranveer Singh, ho gaya. Okay, now Nadine, you're coming to the podcast for the first time. Thank you. And which is the movie you have seen in 2020 that you actually liked?
A
Um,
Bollywood one.
Come on, you
Bollywood
can do
one of
it.
music videos.
Other than Three Idiots.
Definitely not 2020. So okay, I tried to make a list genuinely, but I knew if I did that, I'd probably have like over 250 movies. So I tried to keep it like concise. And I actually thought to myself, like the first movie that came into my head that I genuinely enjoyed watching last year. I don't think it was 2020. I want to say it was 2019, but it was Knives Out. It
Oh,
was a brilliant movie. It was literally, it's like a murder comedy mystery, whatever. And it in the beginning kind of gave me like Murder on the Orient Express vibes. And I love
Yeah,
Murder.
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm probably the worst person to watch
Me
one
too.
with because I'm constantly trying to guess the plot point. I'm like, oh, this guy did it. Oh, for sure, this guy. Oh, but this guy did it, so maybe they want you to think that, so he didn't do it. So I'm literally the worst person to watch it with. But till the freaking end, I could not guess who had done it. And it was, I don't want to spoil anything, but till the last scene, I was still on edge. I was like, how are these things coming out? And, so yeah, really, really brilliant movie. There was one that was probably not well known. It's called Miracle in Cell Number 7.
Oh,
I
I
don't,
watched it.
yeah,
Oh,
Saw
that was a good movie. It was a
Saw
good movie.
Oh my god, I was watching with my folks, and we like even with sad movies, we don't cry and stuff, but I could not help it. I was just like wiping away my tears. Like, if you want to cry, if you're feeling a bit too happy, watch that movie. It will literally make you sob. Oh my god, that movie. Um,
Like,
yeah, like brief on the plot. It's like basically a dad who has special needs, and he gets accused of murder, and he can't defend himself because obviously he doesn't have that capacity to do so. Choking up just talking about it, but no, go and watch it. It's a brilliant movie. TV shows. So what did I put on my list? Again, I think this was 2020. Money Heist. So not technically
oh,
English, unless you want to watch it with like the English audio. But I feel like that ruins the authenticity. I like to read. Not great to watch when you're eating because you drop shit everywhere. But it, it was really good. It had the drama, it had the passion and the romance side of it as well, and it was really good plot twists here and there, so it wasn't too predictable. And you kind of fell in love with the bad guys. Like, that's one thing you don't actually that doesn't really happen when you're watching a movie. Like, you want them to die. But
yes.
this was, yeah, I can't wait for the next season, whatever number it is. But yeah, that
Yeah.
was really good. What else? Oh, Never Have I Ever. Never Have I Ever. Some people find it really cringe, so don't get on me about that. But I thought it was a really beautiful, like very relatable, like Indian mother daughter kind of like family vibe. Little on the western side, obviously, because I was like, I can never say shit like that to my mom. I'd be like kicked out of the house. But it was actually, yeah, it was really nice, and it hit you in the feels in the end, so it did keep you going. So yeah,
That's
those are
the
my top
closest to Bollywood you
We
reached, I
watched
think.
we watched Indian
probably.
we watched Indian matchmaking, so it is equal to that.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
God.
please don't
My
talk
God,
about
that
that.
one.
Now you'll reach to Bollywood. Get to that vibe, Bollywood star vibe. Don't reach that, please.
I watch Indian matchmaking. I was like, thank you, God, for not giving me a mom who's so obsessed with matchmaking, who takes
Yes.
her blood pressure while telling me how
Ma auntie
distressed.
is the thing.
Oh my God.
Srini, the loser.
Yeah, I would say those are
Yeah.
my top two movies, top two shows. Yeah.
So thank you again for the elaborating answer. I'm really liking people actually caring for cinema as much as I do. Shifa, you're here for the first time. Which is the best movie or web show you have seen in the last particular year?
Um, Actually, I haven't seen many movies or TV series that are either in English or Hindi. I've been watching Spanish and Korean shows mostly, but there was this one movie that came onto Netflix very recently. I think you all might have heard of it. It's called Pieces of a Woman.
Oh my God, I saw the movie.
That it's a brilliant movie, to be honest. It hits you right in the field. Like I don't want to explain everything to you, but it's basically um, a woman going through the labor and she loses her baby. And since it's like not through a hospital, it's like a midwife sort of scene. They go to court and the trials, the way she handles herself, it's actually, very much similar to what the title is. It's basically Pieces of a Woman and how she's breaking and how she's, handling herself and everything. That kind of stood out for me in, you could say, Hollywood movies throughout. And webtoon, I could say, well, they're not English, so you guys might not know it. But there was this one.
What?
We'll know
What is
now.
that supposed to mean?
Why
What
would
is
you
that
use
supposed to mean? What?
English?
I think I'm pretty sure you guys don't watch Korean movies and TV shows.
We
Crash
watch
landing
Parasite.
on
I mean,
you.
I watched
Crash
You
Parasite.
watch
landing on
it?
you.
Okay,
Yes.
Nisha is my best friend
I
now.
love the
Nisha,
show. Yes.
you need to watch W. So basically,
Okay.
what happens is it's
No, 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 no. So don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Just
I'm not spoiling it. I'm just telling you why I liked it. So,
okay.
what I mean is the reason I started watching Korean TV shows is because a lot of people were so excited about Parasite, and I haven't seen Parasite yet. I
Oh my
wanted to
God.
watch it, but
What's
then
this
I
now?
started watching the TV shows and everything. And the thing that I noticed that I haven't seen in any TV series, Hollywood, Bollywood, or even from Pakistan or anything, is that their topics and the way they convey things is so much more creative than we can even think of. Like, I have seen series in which comic book characters come alive, and they're not tacky. It's not bad. It's very well done. And like literally I want to sit down and study them. Genuinely, they're very good. If you guys do have a chance, start with a TV series called It's Okay Not to Be Okay. It's basically a Netflix original TV series, and it focuses on mental illnesses. Like it has uh, basically shown the journey of different characters through their illnesses without pointing out that they're ill.
Hmm.
So it's a brilliantly done. And the second one is W, in which comic book characters come to life. And there's this scene in which there's a confrontation between the character and the writer. And he's literally crying and breaking down and yelling to the writer saying, "Why did you make my story so tragic?" And the writer is explaining itself that it was just for the views. But that confrontation, it was so beautifully done that that's seriously one of the biggest highlight of 2020 for me.
Okay, thank you,
But
Shifa, for answering
it's
that.
these three. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you again for. Actually, I'm going to see Minari. I've recently want to see it again. Like I haven't seen it, so I'm going to see it now. Sikandar, you're typing, but this is the question to you: which is the best movie or web show you've seen in last particular year?
Type it, teacher.
So I'll start with web series.
You can say it's
Again,
British, it's fine.
I saw it in English. I didn't see it in the original language. I think it was German, but there was something called Into the Night. Has anybody watched it?
Into the Dark? Wasn't it Into
Into
the
the
Dark?
Dark? Into the Night? Into the Night.
Oh, sorry,
Into
Into
the
the Night.
Night.
Okay, I actually had that on my list. I wrote Into the Dark. It's night.
Okay.
Yeah.
If any fact checkers are here, you can check if it's Into the Night or
I
Into the
think it's
Dark.
night. I think it's night.
Yeah.
Into the night, into the night.
Okay, Into the Night was such a
Into the Night.
brilliant TV show. Those just first season came out, and
Yeah.
usually you take this one episode at least 30 minutes into the episode to get on board with it.
Mm.
This took 4 minutes. In the
Whoa.
first
I
four
agree.
minutes, they made us understand the plot, ran the theme music, and got you hooked. Okay, I'm just gonna lead with the premise. It's about 10 passengers, if I'm not wrong, 10 passengers getting on board on an aircraft at night, and the the problem with the world is something cuckoo with this UV radiation of the sun, and the moment anybody across the world is getting exposed to sunlight, they are dying. So passengers have
Oh,
to keep flying to avoid that. It was so beautiful, and the best part about that is every episode they focused on the backstory of every character,
Wow.
and oh my god, I don't have words for it.
And the
Just want to mention
soundtrack
another
is
series for the
brilliant.
same reason, Patalok, where every criminal was justified with their backstory. Every episode focused on one of the criminals and how they got into where they are. So I think Patalok and Into the Night stood out for me this year. It was brilliant. And movie, oh my god, I haven't watched a lot of movies, but I'm going to point out again. This is out of the box. Has anybody watched Bulbul? I have my reasons to like it.
Yeah. I watched it.
I
Dude,
think
it gave me
for,
chills,
for
dude.
yeah, for Indian cinema, I think it was a huge step up when it came to presentation and screenplay. I think it was beautiful. There are a lot of plot holes in the film, but I think that kind of presentation coming from an Indian production was amazing. So that's a special mention. That's not my favorite. My favorite has to be Chintu Ka Birthday. I remember I was watching. I had downloaded it. Oh, sorry, wrong word. I watched it. Um,
Bakra, bakra.
no, I watched it on that particular OTT platform where it came out.
Which one
Um,
was it?
Sure.
no idea. So I
Z.
watched it in my yeah. I watched it in my car. I was on Sheikh Zayed Road. I parked it somewhere. I had connected my Bluetooth and I watched it that way. And I couldn't leave my car. It was so beautiful. The kids acting, the submission of the father when his family is at risk, and somebody mentioned it was in one shot in one single house, and
Me.
I think the sound effects going in the background, it literally felt like we are in that war zone with them. And
Yeah.
the conclusion of the film, I think it was so beautiful. Nisha, you like the film was like great. I think I don't
When
have
you
any second
said
mention. I think Raat Akeliye comes close for me.
Yeah.
and I think they got us hooked. I wanted to know what happened, who committed the murder. I sort of did not see the suspense. I don't want to spoil anything. The suspense coming out, I did not see with any possible angle that this would have happened. So I think they had all the audience attention throughout up until they reveal it. So yeah, my two choices.
Thank you.
But
DG,
Sikandar, you
sorry.
said
Yeah. You're saying
Sikandar,
Vaishali.
you said your favorite series is Bridgerton. You didn't mention that.
Which one?
Bridgerton.
I haven't even finished that.
You have to finish it, man. Wait for the man to finish the series. He'll give proper detailed answers
Easy
after that.
question. When did Witcher come out? 2020, 2019?
2020.
2020, I think.
Okay, I like that too, but not the
Yeah.
best.
Okay. So DG, what's your answer, bro?
Well, so let's start with web series. As everybody has said, Patal Lok, I loved it. The thing about what I love, obviously, Patal Lok in itself, it's brilliant, but it's focused around one character, right? And you can imagine that there's been such a focus on him, and he carried it. It's not like we were bored of watching him. Every
Yeah.
episode, every moment, we enjoyed watching him. It's not like, okay, I'm tired of looking at this guy. We need a backstory, or we need something else. But he carried it, but he carried it brilliantly. I feel
Yeah.
The
all
best
the
scene. Oh,
dialogue and
sorry to
everything.
sorry to interrupt, but the best scene was when he was abusing that guy and slapping him 24/7. That was the best scene of the
Exactly.
whole show.
I loved it. I loved it,
Not
man.
shocked
I
that
loved
you
it.
liked that scene the most.
Thank you.
I think the most funniest scene of Patal Lok was in the night. He suddenly found out something and he wanted to go and take that rickshaw or something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's like, "गाड़ी लेके आ, साहब मैं सो रहा हूँ, गाड़ी लेके आ, चल."
Yeah, exactly. I know. That was amazing, man. That was amazing. And
I can
I mean,
imagine
Jackie
Kunal doing that.
has done so much work, but I mean, I'm happy. Finally, he's getting recognition. Jaideep Balawad,
Yeah.
and he won the award as well. I think best actor this year for Filmfare, if I'm not wrong. Well deserved. Other than that, again Mirzapur wasn't released. I mean, it was in 2018, I think 2018, 2019, but the second season came out last year. Man, Mirzapur, what a show! Leaving the profanity aside, if you think about the dialogue, right? I don't know if anybody of you watched Mirzapur. Have you guys watched it, Mirzapur? All of
Of
you?
course, yeah.
Yeah,
I did the
Nisha, have you watched
casting for it.
Mirzapur too?
I read the script before anyone did.
She was part of the production team in Mirzapur too.
Oh wow!
I did the
Yay.
casting
Congratulations!
for
Oh
season
wow.
2.
Nice.
Hello, why aren't we
Nice.
casted? What the hell?
To Dubai mein hai bhai.
So when I
Anyway,
joined the casting company, I started with Mirzapur too, but they had already done the primary and secondary. So like Madhuri's character, like Isha Talwar, Vijay Varma, they were already casted, and then the rest, like the tertiary casting was left. So I did most of the tertiary casting for like 2-3 months. So yeah,
hmm,
that was my
okay.
contribution.
Wow.
Okay,
It's not
Nisha,
that
quick
much.
question. So that means if the script of the season 3 is ready,
You can show
you
us.
might have
I
read
wouldn't
it.
know. I left casting. I left casting.
Okay, okay,
Just
Oh.
saying.
okay. Just
Yeah.
trying my luck.
Okay, can I finish, guys? May I finish?
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Please do.
Actually, I was getting to leaving the profanity aside, right? If you guys, why I asked you if you guys have watched it, do you guys remember that dialogue, "Ka kha ga ga"? That
Yeah,
was, I think,
Yeah.
my favorite moment in 2020. If you read a script, if you take a script in your hand, and the director says, "This is a dialogue. You're killing somebody, and you have to say ka kha ga ga." You cannot imagine, like, what am I supposed to, think about? What is my actor's truth? What is my technique? And I think Ali Fazal just demolished it. That moment, it's my favorite moment, I think, of 2020.
Oh,
So,
I agree.
and I think
Yeah.
Nadine mentioned Never Have I Ever as well. I liked it. I think they could have done a lot more with the story, but in all in all, I love the premise of it. It has a lot of truth from our Indian culture, but like moved to the United States, So I like that as well. And in terms of movie, I don't know if you guys have watched Booth, Vicky Kaushal.
Yeah.
Anybody, if you guys remember?
Oh,
you
I
liked
yeah.
it?
love,
Came in
yeah,
Jan, right?
I love horror, and
Ooh.
so horror is my favorite genre. And I think Booth did really well. All like all cinemas, Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood. It's very difficult to come out with good horror movies. I know Kunal, you didn't like the
Especially for
movie.
Bollywood.
Yeah, but in my opinion, yeah, Booth did really well. So it's one of my favorites from the year.
So thank you all for answering that. Now this is my answer. Actually, a thing with Hindi movie that you all have mentioned it already, like Ludo, for example, Patalok and Scam. I want to go to the Hollywood side, the American side, where I just discovered one of the best performances of the year for me is Mark Ruffalo, and I know this much is true. If you see that show, it is amazing where he does a twin. He's actually two characters in one show, and what he does in that show is unbelievable. Like it's, I'm a big fan of him now. Like when I saw that show, I was like, wow, because
What's
Rajkumar
the
Rao
show?
recommended this. Huh?
What's the show name? Sorry.
I know this much is true. It's an HBO show. Mark Ruffalo is playing twin brothers in that, and
Okay.
actually, I didn't know about this. Rajkumar Rao said in a roundtable recently, and I saw it, and it was unbelievable. The second performance I liked, I mean, the movie I liked was The Sound of Metal. I just saw it on Amazon Prime. It's a guy who loses his hearing ability, and he's a drummer. So you can see the struggle of him actually going through things in life and all that stuff. I think Riz Ahmed was outstanding in that. You know, he was a role that you can get him an Oscar nomination that's been set right now, or maybe he can win. So let's see about that. And particularly from India, I was very shocked and I was very happy with Scam. Like I was really happy with Scam that it could compete with the world. That finally a show has come from India that you can show to the world. You know what? Even if you don't know the Hindi language, people will see that
Yeah.
show. Whatever happens, like the character, everyone is perfect in that. So Scam obviously is one of those. So that one question aside, the next question is, what is the movie or the web show that disappointed you the most? Like you saw it and you were like, what am I seeing? DG, you were the last person, so you start with this one.
I don't think a lot of people will agree with me, but let's start. I'm going to start with movie. The movie which disappointed me the most has to be Wonder Woman. What? It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. What a terrible piece of shit. I'm sorry to say, but I don't know what that was.
I agree.
I hardly saw Wonder Woman actually. First of all, no offense to Gal Gadot, she's a terrible casting for Wonder Woman. She does not look like an Amazonian woman at all. I mean, there are so many UFC fighters who have transitioned into movies. I don't know why they weren't casted for Wonder Woman. I don't get it. Even Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and the Furious, she would have been a
Yeah,
brilliant choice because
yeah,
she's
she could have.
a martial artist, I think, and stuff like that. So she would have such an amazing choice. But that movie, more than Wonder Woman, we saw Pedro Pascal and we saw Chris Pine. To be honest, we've hardly seen Gal Gadot in the movie, entirely. And but I have to say, Pedro Pascal and Kristen Wiig, they killed it. I mean, in terms of acting, they did really well. But all in all, the movie was, I felt, very irrelevant storyline. And in terms of TV shows, Umbrella Academy, season one was brilliant, right? It gave us something really different. But season two was I mean, it disappointed me really.
We
It
went
was
from there
just a
to
drag.
there. It's horrible.
Yeah, it was just a drag. I mean, had it
I
not been
still
for
haven't
number
watched
five,
season 2.
Don't bother.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Had
know,
it
Rewatch
had it
I
not
know.
season 1 will be better than watching season 2.
yeah, had it not been for number five, I think that Umbrella Academy season two would have been shit. Had it not been for number five, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I just saw it
And
because I just wanted to know what the hell happened.
yeah,
Same.
exactly. Also, finally, again, people are gonna hate me for this, but Witcher disappointed me, man. It didn't give me, it tried to compete with Game of Thrones too hard, to be honest, and it did not give me any satisfaction. Like I mean, I know maybe my expectations were too high with The Witcher, too high, but yeah, I was disappointed with that.
Okay, so DJ will answer that. Nadeem, what's your answer?
Okay, let's start with worst movies. I don't know if you guys have seen Murder Mystery. I think again it's 2019. Don't watch it. It's Jennifer Aniston and what's that
Chandler.
guy? Alexander. Yeah.
I'm
And they're a
Sandler.
good comedy duo, right? Like, Just Go With It was fantastic, really funny. This was literally the worst murder mystery I've seen in my life. How I said, like, Knives Out was so good? This was the complete opposite. I was like, I know what's going to happen next. I know what's going to happen. I was just like, why? Why are they even doing this? The acting was also so terrible.
It was so pretentious. That movie was so very pretentious, to be
It was
honest.
just like irritating. Like, but the thing is, I have to watch till the end. I can't
Yeah.
do it halfway through. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's a
maybe there's
curse.
some tension. Like, yeah, I can't. I had to watch till the end, and I was just really just distraught. It was horrible. Also, to all the boys I've loved before, I think this was a little bit before 2019. Also, like I think maybe 2018. I do not get the hype. I'm sorry. She wrote like a bunch of freaking letters, and then her sister released them to all the boys. Like, who gives a shit? And they're making more parts. I don't understand. How many more boys is she gonna tell that she's loved? I don't like, girl. Just keep it in your pants. What's going on? Like, I don't understand that movie and why it has to have more than one part. But two of the most horrible movies I've seen. Worst shows. So that was hard for me because I like to stick to a show to the end. And I don't remember the shows that I've given up on. Like Witcher, for example, I agree wasn't the best. Again, because even I was trying to compare it to Game of Thrones. So I was like, oh, but it's not so great. And it was just that one guy, everyone's following him around. I was like, goodbye. But a show that really, really sucked was Emily in Paris. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but so
I liked it.
cringe. Oh my god! But see, the thing is, it's like I hated it so much, but I had to finish watching it, and now I can't wait for the next season. I'm just so angry that I hate it so much that I kind of love it a little bit. It's very
Watch it for the
Kunal-
Italian guy in the movie. That's for this in the series.
Yeah.
everything about it is
That's
just so, you don't go to Paris and just make it with those cringeworthy Instagram captions and who do you think you are? Like it's so not what would happen in real life. Like,
Kunal, watch Emily.
No,
in
no, it
Paris.
actually is like that.
Please
Like, because I
record
went
your
to Paris
reaction.
last year.
Man, I haven't been bitten by a dog, man. I'm not gonna see that shit.
Oh,
Why damn hot?
No, but people in Paris are actually like that because I went to Paris last year and they were actually like that.
Yeah,
They
like
they
say.
don't want to speak English at all. They're so proud of their language. If you speak in English, they'll be like,
I will.
"The fuck is this guy, man?" Like if I just went to like I want a train ticket. Like where do I get a train ticket?
yeah.
This happened.
I've literally seen
happened with
like
us.
because when I went to Paris, people were so sweet. Like people in like on the streets, people like in stores. I
Because
don't
you're
know,
a
like
chick.
maybe
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's because you're a girl, yeah.
you were just so much nicer.
Actually,
So
People be
Priya,
horrible.
if you face that in Paris, we face that in Kerala. So
Yeah, Kerala में भी
Almost
होता
the
है.
same.
Yeah. हाँ, okay. Kerala Paris ही है मतलब.
A lot of pretentious talk is going on over here. Shifa, can you lead with the same question now?
I think I'm not sure why any of you haven't mentioned this, but I think it might be because I'm biased towards that actor. I really love Akshay Kumar, okay, and I had so much high expectations for
what you're going to
Lakshmi, and
my
it
God.
Didn't watch it, yeah.
disappointed me so bad. Please don't watch it. It's a waste of time. The storyline is terrible. The editing is terrible. The camera work is terrible. I
What about the
only watched
special
it because I
effects?
like.
Don't forget to mention that.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Only hair
My
is there.
little
Only hair is there.
my little brother, who's 8, can do better editing than that. I swear to God. I swear. It was so bad, and I had such high expectation. It just disappointed me a little bit in Akshay Kumar. Why would
Shifa,
he
but
do
did you like
that?
Burj
I'm
Khalifa?
not sure. Oh my God, please do not talk about that song. I will personally go and kill the writer of that song.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
wait,
what?
That's the
I
only
finish
thing I
it.
liked about the film.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like the
I
song.
like the
No,
Burj Khalifa song.
We were inside
no,
an
the
empty theater and I started dancing because, like, oh my god.
There's EDM in the movie. Come on. Bumbly bum.
no.
Priya
See,
gets
the
some.
Oh, bro,
the
उसकी
video
क्या
is
dance किया
terrible.
उसने?
I don't know
Dude,
why she's
dance,
dancing like that.
dance. Look at the dance.
Yeah, Bambolo was good, but Burj Khalifa was like, just so Kiara sexy, and that's it. Just sell the picture on that only. Picture
Dude,
को
it's a
चाहिए नहीं.
Yeah.
good song.
I
Yeah.
didn't like the
But
song either, to be honest.
Actually, the
So.
best actor of Lakshmi was Sharat Kelkar.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
agree.
Yeah, he was good. I agree. And the other one was, I think DG mentioned it, Wonder Woman. I was looking forward to it so much. And I haven't watched it, by the way. I didn't watch it fully. I watched it in the middle and I was just like, this fucking sucks. I'm not watching it anymore. And I walked off
Good,
the room and I started
good job.
watching
Good
my
job.
TV series.
I'm
It
proud of you.
couldn't have been worse. Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
But yeah, these two disappointed me. TV series, as I mentioned, I haven't seen any like mainstream or like TV series that were even hyped up. I've been mostly into K dramas nowadays, and every TV series I've seen from the Korean industry is pretty good. Honestly.
Okay.
because I've only seen
Sikandar.
the ones who are really creative.
Okay, so that's a good answer. Sikandar, what's your pick?
Okay, this is leaving Coolie number one, right?
Yeah.
No,
Let's.
no,
Yeah,
no, no,
And
no,
you
no,
do
no,
not mention
answer.
it. That doesn't
no,
even.
no,
Okay,
no,
so
no,
It
no,
isn't
no.
I
even
have a
worth it.
problem that Nadine just mentioned. I can't leave anything I'm watching halfway, be it film, be it. I have to, even though how bad it is. Oh, this is one
That's my
exception
fault
that I
as
could
well.
not continue.
Same.
After some time, I'm like, to hell with
So sorry,
Govinda 2.
Priyank.
I don't want to see this.
मैंने कब बोला मुझे पसंद है?
Okay,
Priyanka,
and there's another
kill it.
film. There's another film that I watched so many times, so many times. I can't emphasize on how many times, but I still didn't like it. There's something called 365.
Why are you seeing that
Oh
movie?
my god! Oh my god! Why did you watch it
Oh
again and
my
again? I'm so
What is
disappointed in you.
Why
I'm
are you
Like,
seeing
so
it?
disappointed
Character's
in
name is
you.
Sikandar.
मैंने
No
फिल्म
man.
देखी नहीं है, पर 360 होता है ये 365 नाम सुनते ही तुम्हें नहीं देखना चाहिए.
I
Actually, yeah,
am
good
so
point. Good point.
disappointed right now. I can't.
It was so bad.
That,
No,
that
I
is
saw
I
that
the
is
again I
not a
watched it
movie.
because of the
I
hype,
don't know
because
what that
everybody
is.
was talking about this actor and the film. I got to know why they were speaking about the film, but it was so bad.
It was
The
terrible.
actor
But
isn't
why did
even
you
that
watch
good
it
looking.
multiple times?
You know,
Why did you watch
Exactly.
it like so many times? If you didn't like it at
There's so
first,
much,
were you
na?
like, okay, I should give it a chance?
have you seen
Take a
365?
hint.
No, I haven't, but I heard, like, I know what it is.
That's
You
So
the
if,
same
watched
if
reason.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
that purpose,
So
then
whatever
okay,
you heard for that, he's watching it again and
understandable.
again.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
Good to
but
so
know.
my
that's
obviously my pick is Coolie number one. I was invested in the idea of that. I love the original Coolie number one, and I sort of did not even not like Jodwa. I sort of liked it, and this was big movie coming up after so long. After the COVID and everything. So I'm like, okay, this is the one thing I want to watch. It was so bad. TV series wise, I have two. It's simply because I invested so much time into it, and it was. So one is I don't know if anybody has seen Ratchet.
No.
Okay,
No,
this
I
is Ratchet.
started, but I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I have a problem. I had to go through it, but it did not have a payoff. And the second thing is because I loved season one and season two, I had a lot of expectation with season three of Dark,
Oh
which did
yeah.
not pay off. So that is my pick. Have you guys
okay.
seen Dark?
No.
Not
Yes.
yet. Not yet.
I
Everyone.
watched two
Oh,
episodes and I
honestly,
was
the
done.
season one and season two, they
Oh,
or
you
was
guys
it only?
have. It's
Yeah, Dark. The first season is very very good. It's very captivating. But the last one that I saw, I don't even remember was it three or two, but I think it was two, and it did not. It was just 6 episodes of waiting that it's gonna pay off, waiting, and since you invested so much, it when it doesn't pay off, it's just disappointment. That's why I have to rate it to my worst TV series.
Okay. Vaishali, what's your pick for this year?
I was thinking of disappointing and bad movies, and I realized that I missed out on amazing TV series, like the best I would have ever watched. And
Same. I was
I
making a
think,
list of that which I missed out.
yeah, and I think DG would really enjoy this. And this is by far
Oh, I
best
know.
in filmmaking, script, direction. Oh, there is a one-shot episode, Haunting Hill. It is brilliant. Like I have
Oh my
never
god. Oh
seen a
my god. I
better
love
horror
that.
TV series
I
for
think
my
this year
life.
season two came out. It was so good.
Wait,
It,
are
No,
you,
it
are you
was
I
talking
think that
about
was Blind
Blind
Manor.
Manor?
No,
That's
Vaishali,
not
question is
season
about
two.
the question is which
I
disappointed you
know,
the
I
most?
know, I know, I know. Like I said, when I'm thinking about bad movies, I don't hate on movies very quickly. When I was thinking of bad movies, I remembered that I forgot and missed Hardy Bowl.
Are you talking about that Blind Manor? The second
Haunting of
season
the Hill
was.
Man. Yeah,
Dude,
Haunting
yeah,
of
yeah.
Blind
the
That's the
Manor
one.
was shit. It was so bad.
Blind Manor was shit,
Okay.
but the first one was
No,
First
good.
one.
The
the
first
He
Haunting
said
Hill is
Haunting
good.
Hill.
Okay,
Haunting
Haunting
is
Hill
good,
House.
Okay,
not
okay,
Blind
okay.
Manor.
I will see
Haunting
season
of the
one.
Hill House.
Yeah.
But
I'll
that came
watch
last
season.
year.
People told
Okay,
me.
back to coming to disappointing. Sorry to deviate, Kunal. So I think worst is you took my answer second. The Coolie number one. I felt just it was just bad,
आगे बढ़
like pathetic. ठीक है. It's just really bad. Like मतलब, and I think TV
Which one?
series.
Sorry, I
Coolie,
didn't hear.
coolie.
Yeah. Coolie number one.
Coolie
Priyanka
number
bata
one.
do.
Okay.
हाँ,
आगे बढ़ो.
Coolie. Okay. Coolie number one was one of them. And I don't think I've seen a bad. I've not seen a bad TV series here. I've heard Tandav is bad, so I'm not starting it. But
I
just don't
stopped in
start.
between.
Thunder was bad. It's terrible.
Okay, I
Don't
like
start.
Tanda. Come on, guys. Tanda
It's
was
not
good.
bad, bro. It's not
Thunder
I
bad.
just like
man.
Tandav
It
because I have my
starts.
friends on it.
But
I think
Tanda
there are
was
too
okay.
many
Tanda
actors in
left
it,
me
dude.
wanting more. I think that's why I felt it was good.
It's
Yeah.
so slow,
There,
man.
there are
I
too
I
many
was
actors in it,
disappointed with. Yeah,
and I don't know
I
who
was
to see.
I was
Sorry, yeah.
disappointed with part two of Sacred Games.
Oh,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even that came this year, right?
No, last year,
Yeah.
19 में.
No, it
Last
came.
year.
2019.
Yeah.
मतलब उसका कुछ plot ही नहीं था. Like point क्या था देखने का?
They tried to go
Finale के
international.
Yeah.
First part was good. It's in India. वो गांव में है. Second, भाई
Yeah.
चल गया first part. चलो international जाते हैं.
चलो.
गाय
हाँ.
ठुंडे के गांड का बलिदान जरूरी है.
भाई
And I
चांद पे बैठ गए थे.
actually, yeah, and I actually kind of disagree with Nadine because this year the new season of Money Heist, I actually didn't enjoy it as much. I feel like they just made it like let's just do everything now, whatever is left.
I
The only
really like
plot
that.
twist now, no, the only plot twist now that is left is Professor coming in the back. That's it. That's the only thing left. बाकी सब कर लिया उन लोगों ने.
True,
Or
but
maybe the
how will he do it? Like he's so brilliant. Like that's what I like about it. Like I think I watch it mainly for
But
him.
no.
It's something about him.
Yeah,
Like
we saw the brilliance and how amazing he is in first part. But do something more. Do
No, in
something
the
at
end
least,
scene,
little.
that pregnant lady comes in. Yeah,
Not
she
everyone
comes.
is
She hasn't seen it.
Oh!
She hasn't seen it. What is this?
I love when this happens.
No,
I just
nothing.
want
Nothing. No
something
one comes
more,
in. No
that's
one
it.
comes in. I promise. No one
I'm
comes
just
in.
gonna mute
Nobody
you.
comes in. No, none of the important characters die. It's all good. Don't worry.
Nothing.
See, the thing is, I won't even remember all this, so yeah, it's okay.
Okay, good.
Go on. I
But
won't
yeah.
even remember the spoiler. It's fine.
Okay, so Priyank, what's your pick for this year?
Who number
देख
one?
मैं रुक क्या बोल रहा हूँ.
This should be on state.
See, normally I first judge a movie from the trailer itself. तो मैं अच्छी पिक्चर ही देखता हूँ, ठीक है. तो ज्यादा मेरे लिस्ट में बुरी चीज है नहीं.
Only number
But
one क्यों देखा भाई?
From
Only number one
all
क्यों देखा?
एक मिनट रुक ना. From all the things that I've watched in 2020, the ones I've disliked, number one is Ghost Stories. It's not
Yeah.
a ghost story at all. I don't know what was in there. It was about promoting Kusha Kapila, I think. So I don't know what was that made for. So Ghost Story is number one. I did not like it at all. There was nothing scary about it. And number two, yeah, Coolie number one. I didn't like it. The reason being I didn't like it was because I expected a lot from Varun Dhawan. When he took that Mithun ka accent, I'm like, ये क्या कर रहा है यार? गोविंदा को देख तू क्या किया उसने? Hey, man, Govinda killed it, like, dude. ए तू बहुत हंस रहा है, मेरे को नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है, तू क्या कर रहा है? बड़े कैसा है तू? I don't know, he went overboard, dude. I'm like, ये क्या कर रहा है यार? But I like Coolie number one because of Paresh Rawal. I like Paresh Rawal a lot in the film because whenever I see that guy, he's so damn funny. Like whatever he does. Like yesterday I was just watching Bhagam Bhag. He just makes me laugh.
Oh my god. So good.
Because of Paresh Rawal, I liked it. Like he's
You liked
insane.
I
Yeah,
actually,
like, Paresh Rawal is amazing. Paresh
I
Rawal
disagree
हर
with
चीज
you.
में अच्छा है.
You know, I was actually so pissed off with Paresh Rawal after that movie because he's so supremely talented, and why would
Yeah,
he
man,
do such
yeah.
a movie? I know he must have got paid a lot of money for that movie, but like I was disappointed with
चलेगा.
Paresh, man. Like after Coolie,
See, but
like
these
in
movies,
Hera
I
Fairy,
feel हमें
Bhagam Bhag,
दिमाग
and-
घर पे रख के जाने का है.
Yeah, I
दिमाग
know.
घर पे
I
रखो
mean,
और देखो पिक्चर. So I
मैं-
went
मेरे
into
भाई-
the mood of that.
मेरे भाई कितना दिमाग रखेगा घर पे? 0% रखना है क्या दिमाग के अंदर?
घर पे
There is
मतलब वो-
Simba, there is
एक-
Simba,
एक पे
and then
पूरा
there's
पिक्चर
Coolie
बांध
number
के
one.
रखो दिमाग।
ए सिम्बा को कुछ नहीं बोलने का.
There is, हाँ मैं बोल रही, there is Simba, वो भी same ही type की थी. And then there's Coolie number one.
रणवीर सिंह
नहीं,
fan,
नहीं, वो अलग है.
she won't say anything again.
उसको
Simba
थोड़ा
was-
दिमाग
Yeah,
I'm a
Very
Varun
good.
Dhawan fan, okay? I'm a huge Varun Dhawan fan, but Coolie number one just disappointed me like crazy.
Yeah, that's what Varun Dhawan
It's
was a
about
big
good.
disappointment in Coolie number one, which is why I did not like it. So I disliked that movie. I did not hate it.
Dislike.
So yeah,
Okay,
these
so
two were the
Nisha,
films that I
uh,
hated.
Nisha,
I
what's
didn't
your
like.
final pick of this question?
I'm actually very surprised no one mentioned this. Lavashkal.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
Oh my God, that was so
yeah.
Why didn't
disappointing.
anyone mention this?
Oh my
So I
God.
was in Dubai at that time,
Bro,
and
it
Now
I
was
tell
wanted
me,
to
wait,
go
Coolie
torture.
watch the
number one
movie.
or Love Aajkal? Ab bolo.
Coolie number one. Coolie number one. Coolie
Yeah,
number one.
Coolie
Listen,
number one.
Coolie number one.
Coolie
No
number
one
one.
can beat Coolie number one. Okay, I
Like,
didn't
no,
even
but Coolie अच्छा था
bother
यार.
watching Coolie number one.
Oh
But
my
Love
god.
Aajkal is something that I was in Dubai and I wanted to go to the theater and watch something. There was nothing going on, and my friend was like, "Let's just go and watch Love Aajkal." I mean, what's the harm? I mean, we're gonna watch Sara Ali Khan act, and I was like,
And
"Yeah, I've
Imtiaz
never watched her
Ali
act.
movie.
Let's see." And it's Imtiaz Ali's movie, so I was like, "Okay, let's go."
Oh my god.
Let's just say it's a big fat cringe fest, and I just don't want to remember it ever again. I just want to erase it from my memory. Unfortunately, that one dialogue I cannot remember. I
तो
can't.
मुझे तंग, तो
What
मुझे
was it?
तंग, तो मुझे तंग.
Yes. It's
तुम
gonna
मुझे
stay.
तंग कर रहे
It's
हो.
gonna stay. Her face and the way she says it. Anyway, yeah, that was another one.
उसको acting नहीं आती. I'm sorry
Gunjan
to say.
I
Saxena.
think
If you've watched Gunjan
I've seen it.
Yeah,
Saxena,
Gunjan Saxena.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Shit.
also.
okay.
Shit.
Okay, Janhvi
Anyone could have
Kapoor.
done that role. Anyone could have done that role.
No, but she was so almost expressionless.
Yeah,
ठीक है. I
I've
mean,
never seen her have more
I
than
know
two
you're trying to
expressions.
play. Yeah, but then again, that was the first movie that I watched. I haven't watched Dhadak, and I haven't watched Kedarnath to watch Sara, so I don't know them as actors. And when I see this, and I'm like, fuck yeah, what is going on? Why are they acting, and why are they doing such big characters? She's playing Gunjan Saxena.
They're getting
वो
money, dude.
धर्मा फिल्म थी ना. धर्मा
Well,
फिल्म थी ना.
exactly.
It sucks. I mean, Pankaj Tripathi managed, like, he tried to like keep it
He
sane,
did
but
good.
then the
Yeah.
rest I was like, Pankaj Tripathi has my heart, like as always.
Yeah.
And a web show that I want to talk about. I'm sure none of you have watched it. I'm sure you don't bother only. Bhag Bini Bhag, Swara
So I saw one
Bhaskar's
episode
Bhag
and I left
Bini.
it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
I saw
one
one.
It's
episode and left it.
so bad. It's so bad, and its genre is comedy. There's no comedy. There's
Yeah, there was a
barely any
similar film.
comedy.
There's a similar film by Saqib Salim that has come out. It's same. It's the concept is same. They both want to be a
Him and
comic star and all
what's
that.
her name? What's her face? I forgot her name.
Shweta Basu.
Makdi wali ladki. Yes, yes.
Shweta Basu. Yeah,
Shweta.
Shweta Basu.
Yeah. Shweta Basu Prasad.
She was good.
So
She
yeah,
was good in the film, but
I
film wasn't
haven't
that good.
watched that, but I watched Bhag Bini Bhag, and I was like, what? Again, the problem that I couldn't leave it in between. I had to complete it. So I was like, oh my god, 6 episodes, 7 episodes. I don't care, but I have to finish this.
Finish it.
Again, snooze fest. So yeah, that's my rant. I think I covered the ones that I didn't like. These three.
I can't
Other
believe
than
I
that,
forgot
like
Love Aajkal.
Love Aajkal. That's why I was waiting. Someone will say Love Aajkal.
Yeah,
Come
actually,
on.
I
had
think we
forgot
were
that.
more
I forgot
disappointed
that.
in Coolie number one, so
Like
we
a
forgot
different
Love
time
Aajkal.
because by that time the COVID had not really peaked. So anything that happened
Yeah,
before
yeah.
that, I feel
True.
that was last year only.
Yeah.
Seems
know?
like it, yes.
Yeah, it seems like that.
Yeah, true.
You know,
Yeah.
the thing is that
But Coolie number one, I just didn't have the guts to watch it, so I
Oh, by the way,
can't
this is
tolerate.
also
I'm
one of
sorry.
those films that you mentioned that they said it's a comedy film. There was no comedy.
Yeah.
There was no
Sorry, Priya.
comedy. Exactly.
Which one?
like
It's sad. Coolie number one. It's always Coolie number one if we're really, really bitching about it.
no, I want to add this one thing about the three movies you mentioned. Like for me, the worst show was Rasbari. Swara Bhaskar. I don't know what it was. If you have seen it, like she's possessed by a
No.
ghost and she has sex at night. I'm like,
Which
kya ho
one?
raha hai bhai ye?
What?
Rasbari.
But
Rasbari.
I'm
Rasbari.
interested in this series now. The premise seems very interesting.
इसलिए मैंने
No,
सुना नहीं है इसका पिक्चर का नाम.
नहीं तो मैं तो
Sikandar,
बता
you
रहा हूँ.
stick to
Of course it
365.
मैं तेरे को बता रहा हूँ कि ऐसा वाहियात शो नहीं देखा मैंने. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं शो में. Like she's there. I'm like मैंने पहले एपिसोड देख के बंद कर दिया.
my
I'm not seeing this
God.
shit. I'm not. And then Love Aajkal.
Such plots.
No, Love Aajkal too. Yeah, I liked Randeep Huda. I liked the girl. They were very good. That when when Ranveer Buddha is crying, Sara Ali Khan is twirling her hair and putting her head or like hugging her. I'm like, ये कौन hug करता है भाई?
I
मतलब
feel
बाल भी
bad for
दिखाओ,
the
shampoo करो, canteen का ad. It's all that stuff.
I feel I feel bad for the boys who actually thought it's a good date idea because it
तो
came
single
to
लोग तो
them.
गए भी नहीं होंगे. तो and the thing with Coolie number one, yeah. See, I get that people didn't like Varun Dhawan and all this stuff, but the one scene that really broke my heart in terms of like kabhi nahi sudhrenge is the train scene, and Tom Cruise should learn from Varun Dhawan how to run on a train, and Tom
Oh,
Cruise should not
no.
run on trains. He should take a
Yeah,
green screen and do the Varun Dhawan style, and he's falling at the platform. He doesn't even roll. He falls with leg completely okay, and then he takes the kid and he jumps. Matlab, the kid is on the track. Matlab, parents can see the kid there. They're not going to save him. They're screaming at him. And Varun Dhawan is like 100 meters away, running on the train, like he's jumping from a platform on the train, and then he's going on the train. Train is bullet speed, and then he's jumping to save the kid. I'm like, अभी इससे ज़्यादा अगर Tom Cruise
Oh,
ने देख लिया, if Tom Cruise sees this movie, he'll be like, "Cut Mission Impossible, take Varun Dhawan from India, and I'll make a movie with him."
Alright. Tom Cruise got cancer watching that movie, bro.
Exactly. He'll be like, if a plane say, I'm like, why am I going off planes? Why am I going off? Recently in Norway, he's jumping off a mountain with a bike. क्यों जरूरत है? Green screen लगाओ. Why are you doing it? But when you see the kind of entertainment, see, this is entertainment. Yeah, Mission Impossible and Cooling Number One are entertainment movies. The kind of I'm not comparing Varun Dhawan to Tom Cruise, which is stupid. But I'm talking about a level of commitment and not thinking that audience are chutias. Tom Cruise doesn't think that. There's a sense of focus and vision that, okay, I will do this, I will do that. He does that, and you can see when in Fallout, when he jumps off the airplane, like if you see the making and stuff, he actually does it. So don't, like with Indian movies, I feel that they consider us so stupid. Like, picture release kar lo bhai, log dekh lenge. And they were so happy that it got so much of viewership. And I'm like, two people started to rant it. But at the end of the day, they obviously got benefited from that because they earn money from that. Like, how many people will see it. So that was my rant on Coolie number one and Love Aajkal 2. Sorry for going on and on. But for me, this is a one-word answer. No explanation. Theater or OTT platform? What is your preference? Only one word answer. That's it. DJ, you
Theater.
can start.
Theater.
Nicha?
Okay. OTT because I have more options.
Priyank?
OTT.
Vaishali?
Theater.
Nadine?
Old school theater.
Shifa?
Theater.
Seku?
Cinema, baby, theater.
Okay. So now the next question is performance of the year. Which is the performance that you like the most? This is the last question, guys. So I will start with
एक
Sikandar.
मिनट रुक मैं थिएटर
बोल।
बोलता हूँ क्योंकि मुझे लगा थिएटर मतलब तुम लोग ड्रामा स्टेज के बारे में बात कर रहे हो सॉरी थिएटर
नहीं.
In the theater, okay. So that's a good choice.
Am I
So
the
now,
only one? OTT.
थिएटर
no, OTT.
I mean, I love theater, but that's the thing. Like, I don't have one answer for this. Unfortunately,
No,
like, you put me on a
justification
spot. So yeah,
You can
fine,
say
whatever.
थिएटर ही है भाई
No, it's good. It's good. You're the different odd one out. It's good, man.
Yeah, it's
Own
okay.
it. Own it, bro.
Yeah, just,
Okay.
So last question of this particular podcast: performance of the year 2020. Sikandar, you can start with it. Which was your performance of the year?
Okay.
Only
I
one.
know this-
Only one choice, huh? Only one.
Okay. This is a film I watched in 2021. That's why.
It's okay. Select that. It's fine.
Okay. Adarsh Gaurav from White Tiger.
but that's 2021
It's fine.
I
He's
know
just
that's
watching
yeah,
it.
he said 2021.
I know
It's on
that's the
pause
thing.
right now. I'm just watching it. Yeah.
Oh my god, that guy's brilliant. I mean, I had to say his name. Overall performance is brilliant, but there's this one scene, Nisha, you will get to that, where he is on close up and he's agreeing to certain terms which he doesn't want to agree to.
yeah
He has a face where we know he's crying, but he's smiling, and oh my god, the way he did it. I almost started crying. That was so brilliant. But since we're talking about
मुझे सलमान खान का ड्राइवर
2020
की याद आ गई
since we're talking about this thing, I think Nawaz from Raat Akeli hai.
Okay, Shifa, what about you?
I think for me, it was definitely Vanessa Kirby from Pieces of a Woman. Like, if you guys haven't watched it, just watch it. Like,
Yeah.
there's going to be a few, like, the way it's filmed that you might not like. But if you focus on Vanessa, the job she's done is brilliant. I loved it.
I think
It broke my heart, so.
Even Shia was brilliant in that movie.
Yeah, he was, but Vanessa stood out for me.
Yeah, yeah, obviously, man. So the main character, so you will be focusing on that more, and she had a more
No,
of a.
actually, I didn't expect it from her because in my eyes, she wasn't such a brilliant actress before this movie.
She
But
actually,
now that
actually,
I've seen this,
people actually don't know her because she's done theater more in UK. So she has come into
mm-hmm.
movies now, and she has been described as one of the best young talents of any generation. And so you will see her doing more and more
She
movies
was
now.
honestly, she was brilliant in that.
So pieces of woman for you, Vanessa Kirby. Priyank,
Mm.
what's your pick?
Performance of the year, two people. Um, Bobby Deol for Class A of '83. I think
Oh
it
wow.
was a good comeback. It was a very good comeback. He did his role very nicely, I think, and he
I
looked
agree.
like that commissioner.
As a
Very
comeback, yeah,
good comeback,
very
I
nice
think.
comeback.
Yeah, very nice. Second, Anil Kapoor for AK versus AK.
Oh man, that movie.
Oh my god, that was good.
भाई ने क्या
But again,
एक्टिंग
we
की है
have to
मतलब
just
वो असली में ऐसा है कि उसने एक्टिंग की पता नहीं है जो भी किया बात किया especially that performance on stage he did for everybody
yeah.
while he knew that his Sonam was kidnapped
That was brilliant, man. Brilliant performance. Yeah.
and of
So
course
let's
Anil,
Pratik Gandhi also
uh,
where's Sonam? Where Anil Kapoor, man?
ये वो छोड़ देने का
Vaishali, what's your pick?
I think I there is nothing that can beat, and it involves a lot of emotions. I think my performance and movie and everything was Dil Bechara, Sushant Singh Rajput.
Oh my God, I
Uh,
forgot that.
That
so
was a different
I
feeling.
it was just a different feeling, and I had a premiere in my house, and I was in tears all throughout. It didn't matter what he was doing, to be honest. And he's a brilliant performer in any of the years. So I don't even have any choice. I knew this is it. Like, there's nothing that can beat it. So
it
that was
still
Nadine,
gives
what's
me
my.
your pick?
goosebumps when you're talking about it
I literally
It
am
was.
getting goosebumps when I'm
Yeah,
talking
it
about
did.
Dude,
it.
that
I loved.
I can't even talk
I
about
can't
it.
rewatch it. Yeah, I can't even rewatch the movie. It was
yeah same I
that
don't want to rewatch
good.
it
Yeah, yeah. It was beautiful for me, and he was beautiful in the movie
It was
for
really
me as
good.
well. So yeah.
So Nadine, what's your pick for this year?
So I forgot to mention this TV show before, but it was an Amazon Prime one, I think, which was The Boys.
Hmm.
Brilliantly done TV show, and there's something for me about characters who play deceptive villains that is just so delightful. Like I would love to play a character who just you want to hate them so much. And this was the guy Anthony Starr who played Homelander. He was the most deliciously evil character I've seen on screen since probably Imelda
Quite
Staunton's
correct.
Dolores Umbridge, or maybe even like Cersei's character was like just it's so disgusting. Like you want to hate them so much. It was just brilliant portrayal, like phenomenal job that guy did. And I've never seen him before in anything. I don't know if you guys have, but like that's the first time I've seen this guy. But wow, yeah, beautiful performance.
DG?
Huh, okay. I think originally the question was what performance shocked me, right? So I'd
Yeah, yeah.
say for Hollywood, it has to be the young woman in Borat. I don't know if anybody's watched that movie,
I want
but
to watch
that
that.
that it was the first movie that young lady. I think she's 14, 15. I think very quite young. And before that, she had only done modeling. So this was her first movie, and for her first movie, the screen presence that she is portrayed, wow! Like oh my God, it's inspiring, really, really inspiring. And in terms of Bollywood, well, this was a release in December 2019, so I don't know, I'm cheating a little bit, but it has to be the villain in Mardani 2. I don't know
Oh
if you guys have
yes.
watched it.
Hmm.
Oh my
Oh,
Oh,
God.
it's
And
damn
the villain
good.
in Mardani 2, he swept me off my feet, to be honest. I'm in love with that guy. Like what acting, man.
Nisha,
I know
Yeah,
his colorful eyes helped his character a little bit, but brilliant in terms of
yeah,
standing next to Rani Mukherjee, because Rani Mukherjee is a brilliant actress, right? We have to agree.
Hmm.
Giving her like usko barabari ki takkar di usme, really,
hmm.
like
yeah.
really, really well done.
Yeah,
So yeah,
but
these two
Rani
for me.
herself also, she guided him a lot in the role. When you see the
Absolutely.
back,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So he was also
If
very
you
grateful for
actually
that. Yeah.
if you watch the behind the scenes of that movie, she's like
Yes,
there's a
yes,
lot of conversations. So I think that really
yeah.
helped him. But yeah, Madani too and Borat, the young woman in Borat, for me.
Okay, Nisha, what's your pick?
So, best performance, I'll say Pratik Gandhi, Scam 1992. That was the best performance I saw. And another, like DG said, it's not in 2020, but even I'm going to say it anyway. It's a movie from 2018, Capernaum. It's an Arabic film. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. Please watch
No.
it. Please watch it. The kid in the movie, Zen, is a non actor, and the whole film is on his shoulders, on this tiny little kid's. And this kid, after this movie, has been selected for a Marvel film.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
After
Wow.
this film, he's a non-actor,
Yeah.
so watch that film, Capernaum.
Wait,
Look for
which
it. Yeah,
movie has he been casted for in Marvel?
I'm not sure which film, but it's for a major Marvel movie. So yeah,
I think maybe Eternals, maybe. I think that movie
Eternals.
is
Yeah, I'm guessing
maybe.
Eternals
Yeah,
probably.
maybe. So
Film
my
or a series?
hmm?
Marvel film or is it Marvel series?
Film, I
Is
think
it a
she told.
series?
so the film that I'm talking about is Capernaum. Is
Hmm.
not
Yeah,
a
yeah. No, no.
Marvel
I'm saying
related
what? Who
film.
was he
Yeah,
selected
yeah.
for? I mean, yeah,
That I have to look up. I don't know. So yeah, that's exactly why I research things, man. I don't know sometimes. Yeah. So just watch Capernaum. It's not on Netflix in UAE because I checked with my sister, so you guys can
yeah, yeah. We won't download it.
find out a way. Just
Yeah.
find out a way
You
to
told me.
watch it.
You'll do it legally. So my actually
Legally.
pick was actually people have not mentioned this movie is The Trial of Chicago on Netflix. The entire cast of that movie was brilliant.
That was a good
Still
one.
have to watch.
That is one heck of a movie. Like you could see that movie from the beginning till the end. You will not get bored. It is a great thriller. The other performance I really liked was Mark Ruffalo, and I know this much is true. I spoke about it before, and it's a very see for actors. It's very important to see that movie. I'm not even joking. If you want to act, if you want to learn, see that movie. Pratik Gandhi, obviously from what
From
do you
Yeah.
say,
1992.
from 1992. But I'm gonna say the worst performance, like worst acting cast was Four More Shots, Please. That show was so
You watched
crazy.
that?
Why did you watch
I saw
it?
I saw the first full season. I was like, okay, ये क्या देख रहा हूँ मैं? And the second season, I saw first episode. I closed it. I just closed it.
Yeah, yeah.
It
क्या
was
क्या
so
है वो? I mean, what is
मतलब
that?
कुछ भी करना है. वो दोस्त लोग रूम में आते हैं, वो आराम से मजे कर रही है. And then she wakes up and like, everything is fine. I'm like, what?
I
What
Yeah,
is
haven't
this?
yeah.
seen it, so
Don't
वो
see it.
वो
Don't waste it.
सीन आओ ना ताओ, like there's
Not
nothing.
worth
I
it.
liked it. I liked it.
I
I
think
like
in complete honesty, I didn't mind that show, Four More Shots. I didn't really mind it, but I would say as an artist like that, there's nothing, there's no good story, there's no good
Get
acting, and
from it.
there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's just yeah,
It's the
and
same
it's
with
like
Bhag
इससे
Mini Bhag. It's the same with
इससे ज्यादा
Bhag
मैं
Mini
ना
Bhag. Like I hated Swara Bhaskar. I hated her. She's acting
इससे
Four
ज्यादा मैं
more
terribly.
ना
The way she's speaking, it's anyway.
इससे
Four More
ज्यादा मैं
Shots
ना
is
ड्रामा
like
गैलरीज
the
करता है.
web series version of Veere the Wedding.
Yeah,
She had
yeah,
to
it is.
plug it.
Which one?
Nothing.
Four More Shots is
I'm
like
saying
the
इससे ज्यादा मैं ना
OTT platform version of Veere the Wedding.
Yeah, that's a very controversial statement to end the show. I don't think controversial, but I think it's a factual statement. Thank you again, everyone, again to join this show. Thank you again
thank you for
for
calling us.
coming here. You guys are joining from other parts of the country, from foreign land also. But I hope everything is fine with you guys. People who see this, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Nisha, DG, Nadine, Vaishali, Shah, Shifa, and Sikandar. Take care. God bless, and
Thank
see
you.
you guys.
Thank you.
thank you,
bye
thanks for
bye.
having
Thank
us,
you.
Thank you.
Bye
guys.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. Nisha,
Bye,
I'm on the list.
guys.
Bye. Sending right now. Bye.
Bye.